Hi, welcome to Carver County Library Virtual Storytime. My name is Cindy and I will be your storyteller for the day. Will you sing with me? Let's sing this song. Story time, welcome to our story time. With lots of books and fun for me and you, we will sing and dance too. Very good. Can you clap your hands with me? Clap your hands while we sing. Clap your hands for story time. Clap your hands for story time. With lots of books and fun for me and you, we will sing and dance too. All right, now I need you to stand up and I need you to jump as high as you can. Can you do that? Jump up high. Jump up high for story time. Jump up high for story time. With lots of books and fun for me and you, we will sing and dance too. Oh, very good. Let's do one more. What shall we do? I know the kids in my story time love to spin. Can you put your arms out and spin in a circle? Let's try that. Spin around for story time. Spin around for story time. With lots of books and fun for me and you, we will sing and dance too. All right, yay! Give yourselves some applause, yay! Thank you for singing with me. You can sit down because it is time to call out my friend. Now my friend lives in this pretty box and her name is Blossom. Can you say, Blossom, come out? Say it as loud as you can. Oh, I think I can hear you. Say it louder. Blossom. Oh, very good. Here she comes. Here she comes. Oh, oh, oh. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 everybody. What? They're yelling at me. What are you? Oh, Blossom, you forgot your tail in your box. She always forgets her tail. Can you pull out your tail? Sure, I can pull out my tail. Just a minute. Oh, here she comes. All the way out of her box. Oh, there she is. Blossom, you're so silly. I know. Thank you for telling me about my tail because I always forget. Well, I'm so glad you're here today. We have a great story time planned. Oh, and I have a letter for the day. What is the letter, Blossom? Shall we see? What is Blossom's letter? What letter is that? Do you know that letter? That's the letter W. W, right? And let's try drawing it. Can you put your finger up and we'll try drawing it. Start over here and we go down and up and down and up. Very good. It's kind of like mountains, right? Down, up, very good. Now this is the capital letter W, right here, the capital. Every letter has a capital and a lowercase. So I have the lowercase W too. Do you think it looks the same or different? What do you think? I don't know, Blossom. Let's see. What do you think? Oh, let's see if you're right. Here it is. Oh, there is the lowercase w. Look at that. Well, if you said it was different, you're right, because it's smaller and it's red, right? Not blue. But if you said it's the same, you're right, because they're both the same shape, aren't they? Down, up, and this one, down, up, it's just smaller, right? And that is the letter W. Do you know any words that begin with the letter W? Oh, I know one. I just said it. Words. Word begins with the letter W because the sound is whoop, W. Very good. All right, I'm gonna go into my box. Bye-bye, everybody. I'll see you at the end of story time. All right, say goodbye to Blossom. Bye-bye. She's going in her box because we're going to talk more about the letter W. Now first, we're going to play a game. we're going to play a game called Who is Knocking at My Door? And let me get my doors out here. Here are my doors. Now, all of these doors have something behind them that starts with the letter W. And we are going to sing a song and open the doors, all right? So you think about which color door we should open first. All right, here's the song. I need you to pretend to knock. And we're gonna say, who is knocking at my door, at my door, at my door? Who is knocking at my door? Which door shall we open? Knock, 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 knock. Shall we open the brown door? Let's open the brown door. Ready? Who's behind the brown door? Oh, who is that? That is a walrus. Can you see that picture? That is a walrus. Walrus begins with the letter W. Whoa, isn't he funny? All right, let's try again. Ready? Knock. Who is knocking at my door? At my door, at my door. Who is knocking at my door? Ooh, which door shall we open first? No, I mean second. Which one? Shall we open the green door? All right, ready? What's behind the green door? Oh, do you know what that is? That is one of my favorite fruits in the summer. It's watermelon. Watermelon begins with the letter W. Watermelon, num, 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 right? All right, let's try another one. Knock. Who is knocking at my door? At my door, at my door. Who is knocking at my door? Which word are we going to find now? Should we try the blue one? Let's try the blue door. Oh, the red door. All right, we'll open the red door first. All right, here we go. Let's open the red door. Who is that? Ooh, there's another animal that begins with the letter W. What is that? That's a wolf. And what does a wolf say? Oh, right. Very good. Wolf begins with the letter W. All right, there's one more door left. Let's try. Who is knocking at my door? At my door, at my door. Who is knocking at my door? Ready? Knock, 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 knock. Let's look behind the blue door. Here it comes. Oh, what is that? Does it look like spring? Does it look like summer or fall? No. It looks like it is outside right now. It looks like winter. Brr! All the snow. Winter begins with the letter W. Very good. Good job, everybody. Thank you for playing the game with me. And now, we are going to hear a story about the letter W. Well, it's not really about the letter W, but it has something to do with the letter W. So I'm going to move the W's over here so that we can still see them. And we are going to hear a story. Now this is a Ukrainian folk story called The Mitten. Now, The Mitten, I'm sure you've read a book. There's a book called The Mitten by Jan Brett, and that's based on the same story. The way I tell it is just a little bit different, but it sure is a fun story. So I'm gonna need your help with this story because we're gonna play a game. We are gonna sing songs as often as we can when they have something to do with the story that we're talking about. Okay, are you ready? This is the story of the mitten. Now, once upon a time, there was a little boy, and he lived with his grandmother up on the mountain in the woods. And guess what season it was? It was winter. Everybody go, brr! It was winter, and the little boy got a brand new pair of mittens that his grandmother knitted for him. Let's look at his brand new pair of mittens. Do you have mittens? What color are these? You're right, these are white mittens. Now, this could be a problem because what color is the snow outside? White, right. Well, having white mittens in white snow can be a problem. You'll see how that happens in this story. So the little boy got brand new mittens and he loved them. He put them on his hands and they kept him nice and warm. And his grandmother said, "Could you go collect some firewood for the fire?" And the little boy said, "Sure." And he put on his nice warm mittens and he went out to collect firewood. Now, I don't know about you, but when I do work with my hands, sometimes having mittens on they get in the way. So the little boy, as he was picking up sticks, decided he'd tuck his mittens into his pocket. So that's what he did. So he could use his hands to pick up the sticks. And almost immediately after he tucked the mittens into his pocket, one of the mittens fell out into the snow. Oh no! No. He doesn't even know he lost his mitten. He only has one mitten now. But the little boy went off into the woods collecting firewood. Meanwhile, back with his mitten, let's see what happens with his mitten, because this is funny. A little mouse came along. What does a mouse say? Squeak, 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 squeak. Right. Squeak, 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 squeak. Oh! This is Crunch Munch the mouse. Say hi, Crunch Munch. Hi! Oh my goodness, look at that. There's a little mitten. Oh, that looks so warm. I think I'm gonna crawl in there and take a nap, said Crunch Munch. And that's exactly what he did. He crawled into the mitten to take a nap. Now, do you know a song about a mouse? I do. Should we sing a song about a mouse? Let's try. Do your hands like a clock. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck one, the mouse ran down. Hickory dickory dock. That's a song about a mouse, isn't it? Well, here's our mouse. And I have this right here on my lap, so the mouse has something to go into. The mouse went into the mitten and snuggled up nice and warm. Now, he had barely started to get warm when all of a sudden he heard a sound. Ribbit, ribbit. Who makes that sound? Who do you think would make that sound? You're right, it's a frog. There was a frog hopping through the woods. Can you hop like a frog? Let me see. Hop, 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 ribbit, ribbit. Oh my, he came across the mitten. Oh, the mitten got a little bigger. I forgot about that because the mouse crawled into it. So the mitten got a little bigger. And the frog said, "Oh, that looks like such a snug, warm place to sleep, but oh, there's somebody in there." Sure enough, Crunch Munch the mouse peeked out and said, "Hi, I'm Crunch Munch the mouse. Who are you?" "Well, I'm Hop Plop the frog. How do you do? Do you mind if I come in there too? It looks so cozy and warm and it's cold out here." Everybody go, "Brr!" "Sure, come on in." So the two new friends crawled in to the mitten. And guess what happened? The mitten grew bigger. All right, let's see. Let's see. Oh, look, it's bigger. Look at that. Now, that wasn't the only creature in the forest that day. Oh, we didn't sing a frog song. Let's sing a frog song. Ready? Goes like this. Blink your eyes. Glack glue went the little green frog one day. Glack glue went the little green frog. Glack glue went the little green frog one day, and his eyes went glack, glack, glue. Can you jump? Ribbit. Oh, very good. Now, like I said, these weren't all the animals. All of a sudden, they heard thump, 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 thump. Who could that be, they said. Who do you think thumps when they hop through the woods? Look who it is. It was a bunny rabbit. And the bunny rabbit was hopping through the cold winter woods. Everyone say burr, burr. And the rabbit came up to the mitten and said, "Ooh, what a nice warm place to rest. I wonder if there's room for me." And inside the mitten, Crunch Munch the mouse and Hop Plop the toad said, "Who are you?" "Well, I'm Thumper the rabbit." "Thumper the rabbit, can I come in too?" "Well, sure, you can come in too." Now, I know a very silly song about bunnies. Do you know this song? "See the little bunnies sleeping till it's nearly noon. Shall we wake them with a merry tune? They're so still. Are they ill?" "No! Wake up, bunnies! Wake up the bunnies!" Now you have to hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, 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 hop. Isn't that fun? So the bunny crawled into the mitten too. And guess what? The mitten grew bigger. Look at this one. The mitten grew bigger. Oh my, what's going to happen next? Well, all of a sudden the animals heard another sound. Flap, flap, flap. Hoo, hoo. Who says that? Do you know? Who's that? It's an owl. Hoo, hoo. Very good. And the owl landed next to the mitten and said, "It's really cold out here." Everybody go burr. Burr. "I wonder if there's room in there for me. Hello." Now, in the mitten, Crunch Munch the mouse, Flop Plop the Hop Plop the frog, and Thumper the rabbit all said, "Who's there?" And the owl said, "It's Hoot Hoot the owl. Is there room for me?" Well, they looked at the owl's sharp beak and the owl's sharp claws, and they said, "We're not going to argue with you." And they let the owl in. Now, we have a song for the owl. Do we have a song for the owl? Hoot, hoot goes the owl at the dusk of day. If you do not feed him, you will hear him say. Now go hoot, 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 hoot. You can do two eyes with your hands. Hoot, 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 hoot. Very good. And the owl crawled into the mitten where it was nice and toasty. Along came, oh, guess what? The mitten got bigger. Look at this. Whoa, that mitten grew bigger because it's stretching with all those animals. When along came another animal. Pit pat, pit pat, pit pat. Who's that? Thought the animals. Who is it? It's a fox. It's a little fox. And the fox said, "Hello in there. I know there's animals in there. I can smell them. Oh, it looks nice and warm in there. Could I come in and sleep?" Now, normally, mice and frogs and rabbits don't like curling up with foxes, but it was really cold that day. Everybody say burr, burr. So they introduced themselves. We're Crunch Munch the mouse, Hop Plop the frog, and Thumper the bunny, and Hoot Hoot the owl. You can come in if you promise not to eat any of us. "Oh, I promise," said Smiley Wiley Fox, and he crawled into the mitten. Now, I know a song about foxes. Do you know this one? Fox went out on a chilly night, prayed for the moon to give him light. He'd many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh. Many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. Oh, that's a song about a fox. Isn't that fun? So the fox crawled into the mitten. Now, the mitten was pretty darn full, and it stretched as big as it could. Look how big that mitten is now. Oh my goodness. But we're not done yet. All of a sudden they heard a big kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. Oh my goodness. Who is this? Who is this? Along came grumbly, rumbly Bear. What does Bear say? Rah! And Bear was cold. Everyone say burr, burr. And he saw the nice, warm, snuggly mitten lying in the snow full of animals, and he said, "Oh, I want to go in there too. Can I come in there too?" Well, Crunch Munch the mouse, Hop Plop the frog, Thumper the rabbit, Hoot Hoot the owl, and Smiley Wiley the fox weren't going to argue with the bear, so they made room, and the bear squeezed in. Do you know a song with a bear in it? I do. The bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain to see what he could see. Oh, very good. So let's see if we can get the bear into the mitten with all the other animals. Oh my goodness, he had to squeeze in. And guess what? The mitten grew huge. Look at that mitten. It is stretched to its capacity. Now, there was one more animal flying through the woods on that cold, cold winter day. It was a little bird. And the little bird was really cold. Everyone say burr, burr. And the little bird, little tweet, tweet the bird, tweet, tweet, tweet. Can you say tweet, 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 tweet? Said, "I'm really cold. Maybe I could go in there too." And she poked her head in and to ask if she could go in. But all the animals were sleeping. So she said, I'm just gonna sneak in. I'm really tiny, so I probably will fit just fine, just for a little rest. And the little bird squeezed in. Now, there was plenty of room for her, but what she didn't know was that the bear had a very ticklish nose. And so when she went onto the bear's nose, guess what happened? The bear let out a huge sneeze. Everyone sneeze with me. Achoo! And when he did that, all of the animals exploded out of, oh, here they go, flying through the air, out of the mitten. They all fell out of the mitten and ran off into the woods. And the mitten went flying into the air. Now, remember the little boy who lost his mitten? He was looking everywhere for his mitten. He was looking everywhere. And he saw something flying through the air. It looked a lot like his mitten. It was white and it was shaped right. Something was different. And he ran, can you run with me? He ran to where the mitten fell on the ground. And he picked it up. And he looked at it. And he said, "Something's strange here. Here's my other mitten. And here, I thought my mittens were the same size. Didn't you?" Oh my goodness. He has no idea what happened to his mitten. Do you remember what happened? I bet you do. I bet you could tell the story too. And the little boy picked up his mitten and went home. Well, thank you so much for telling the story with me. It is time to call out Blossom. Can you call out Blossom with me? Let's say, "Blossom, come out." Can you say Blossom? Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. Hey, hello, hello, hello. Oh, what? Did I forget my tail again? Oh my goodness. All right, let me get my tail out. Here it is. Here's my tail. Oh, I'm so glad you were here today. Would you play a little game with me? We're gonna play a game called Snowflake, Snowflake. And I need you to stand up and pretend that you're a snowflake, okay? And we're gonna do different actions. I'm gonna say, Snowflake, snowflake, twirl around. Can you turn around? Very good. Snowflake, snowflake, touch the ground. Can you touch the ground? Good job. Snowflake, snowflake, on my nose. Where's your nose? There's your nose. Snowflake, snowflake, freeze my toes. Oh, I have toes. Blossom doesn't have any toes. Nope, no toes, but I have toes. Snowflake, snowflake, in the air, reach up high. Snowflake, snowflake, everywhere. Very good. Thank you for playing a snowflake game with me. Now I have one more game to play with you. It's called Jack in the Box. Will you get into your pretend boxes? Get into your boxes. And I'm going to say, Jack in the Box, so quiet and still. Will you come out? Yes, I will! Let's try that one more time. Jack in the Box, so quiet and still. Will you come out? Yes, I will. Very good. And thank you so much for joining us for Storytime today. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.